To come here and recognize peace officers that are giving their lives is very important to me personally, and it's an opportunity for me to express my personal appreciation and gratitude for what they've done and what these people that are going to be here in front of you in a few minutes, what they do for us every day.
We did it primarily to let the children have a part in the 4th of July, an active part, hands-on if you want to put it that way, but also for the adults to just give them the opportunity to share this with their grandkids and their children.
I thank my lucky star to be living here today.
This is a revisiting of it.
To continue that 4th of July tradition for families. Again, teaching the younger generation about our freedoms, about 4th of July, about our independence and our heritage.
To come and sit down and visit for a couple of hours and celebrate the freedoms we have and enjoy in this wonderful, greatest country in the world. Happy 4th of July and many, many more. God bless America.
The Aggie spirit has been a part of so many lives, and some of that is thanks to the Lane family. Their spirit comes in the shape of a bus known as Bus 12. The idea came to them 13 years ago.
We noticed that the yell practices were pretty weak because we couldn't oftentimes see the yell leaders, we couldn't hear the yell leaders, and so my kids had this idea that if we could ever build something like this, maybe it would be a good thing for A&M.
And the dream became a reality. The themed bus has an upper deck for yell leaders and an interior full of Aggie lore.
I feel like it's kind of reached legendary status. When Aggies see it and they hear that war hymn, they just flock over and it becomes a rallying point, and you immediately have this bond with people. We've taken it all over the place, and we've had just funny experiences with it and really sentimental ones and just a lot of fun ones of just getting to take it to big events and small events and just see how it gets people excited and it brings people together.
It's been all over the country spreading the Aggie spirit. There's been countless passengers, including big Aggie names, from former presidents to coaches. But nothing brings the family more joy than to see Aggie parents and students on the bus.
They get so excited and it's so meaningful to them, and that's the thing that is most gratifying.
They say the bus becomes a big attraction on Ring Day, and it's been there for 30 Ring Days.
It's such a big deal for them to get that ring, and when they come over and see this bus and get just so excited, and it just embodies all the pride that they're feeling inside, that's a really exciting thing for us to see.
Now, the bus may not travel as far as it used to, but the family is still hoping to continue spreading that Aggie spirit.
There's nothing like A&M. When you drive that thing around the country, we used to get a lot of one-finger salutes. Now we get mostly gig'ems is what we get now, because people recognize that this is a university that stands out.
Someone that was living in conditions they didn't need to live in, and is someone that could never do anything about it themselves. And what's really exciting is to have these organizations to come together.
We got a lot of people that just become loyal customers. And I mean, we see people 2, 3, 4 days a week a lot of times.
That's what I'll have.
All righty.
Can't beat that.
Matt had been doing barbecuing in Houston where he was from. Me and him decided we did a couple of catering jobs together, and we were just kind of like, let's go ahead and go for it. Let's try it out. We got some pork butts on there. When we start getting the new people that coming in from out of town and everything, it feels really good that they want to make the drive and come try our food. We knew we had good food. We're really excited that we're getting the recognition on that now.
I think you ought to try a little bit of everything. This is my little helper here. It's your job. You gotta put it in there. It was all by accident. I had a pit outside and I started cooking for my employees. Season our meat on Thursdays, that way by the time Saturday gets here, it's well into the meat. We use a Creole seasoning to put on our pork butts, and we sprinkle it on till you get a nice coat on it, and we flip it and do it again. It just makes it that much better when you season it a couple of days ahead of time. This is one day's cooking right here for the pork butt. It's all good. We sell out everything.
I always get the candied pork belly appetizer. It's absolutely delicious.
Everyone's interested in our product. Pork belly appetizer is one of our signature appetizer items. They're always served fresh, and we usually run out. All our ingredients here are smoked in-house.
It just sounded like the perfect combination of, you know, porky goodness and sweetness and all of that. There are certain things that I think everybody eats or tastes, and it feels like it touches your soul. And that's kind of what this did. It just made my eyes close, and a big sigh of satisfaction. It just is sweet and smoky and crispy and a little fatty and kind of all the things that I really love. I think it stacks up against any of the other more well-known barbecue places in the state even. It's really good.
There we go. That's right. Krispy Kreme, staying strapped. Gotta love it. I have been one of the biggest Krispy Kreme fans since I was very young. When I found out that they were opening in College Station, I knew I had to come on the opening day. So here we are. We made it. I'm about to get some good, fresh donuts.
You have what we call the donut theater, where customers can come in, they can look through the window and see the donuts being made.
I was obsessed with watching the yeast rising, then the frying, then the glazing it just right.
The unique taste comes from when they soak them around the dough with the icing, and it just like surrounds the donut. It really engulfs it. That's when I love the taste the most, because with most donuts, it really just gets the top with the icing, but with these, it just surrounds the donut, and it's so good, and the dough just melts in your mouth.
Every Portugalese here has a story of leaving a famine in Portugal, coming to the United States because of hardship, arriving, going through all the hard times that they had here to make it to today.
He's holding Portugal not only in his heart and his mind, but that you guys are keeping all these traditions alive. And he also represents not only Portugal, but now he sees this community as Portugalese.
I like the fact that family, faith, friends, that's what meant so much to the Portugalese. It can't stop with my generation. It can't stop with the generation there. I have my grandkids here. I want them to be a part of this forever.
Well, I heard something hitting the metal, and it sounded like hail, and so I opened the door and I saw things swirling, and I knew there was a tornado, or I felt there was a tornado. And so I slammed the door and told my office manager to go to the supply closet and get on the floor. We have a door that we had to pry open last night, so it won't close anymore. This was my office, and when I saw the wall coming this direction, I knew we were in big trouble. As you can see, the office is messed up, but it's not devastated like the rest of the building. When it hit us, it tried to take the building, and because it's a metal building, I'm surprised it didn't take it. So watch your step. This was production kitchen. You can see the wall is caved in. Most of the dishes are on the floor, broken, and it's gone. It's just gone. I truly believe that there is a reason for us being here and me being here today. I'm not sure what it is, and I'm not sure it's the catering business anymore, because that's gone at this moment. It broke my business, it didn't break my spirit.
This is the most water I've seen in 40 years.
Dude, the roads are getting rough. The water's deep. It's rough for us to go to work.
I will say right now it's getting a little out of hand. We have way more water than we need. A lot of tanks are topping out.
Throw lettuce over here.
Seth and Sean Outland have been coming to Sue Haswell Park for the last few weeks.
I think we need to make the pieces smaller.
Feeding the turtles.
Where's the rest of the turtles? Oh, I see another one.
But there's something in the water they want the city of Bryan to take care of.
Empty bottles, empty cans, chip bags.
Trash can be found all over. The city says they drain and clean the pond annually. The trash keeps coming back.
Because of the nature of the layout of the park, when we get heavy rains, that particular area typically floods. And so when it floods, it instantly looks like it's dirty all over again.
Turtles.
The Outlands will continue feeding the turtles and hope the cleanups and renovations to the park come soon.
Because turtles are still living, and we have to take care of them, because turtles have lives just like we have.
Adelie Lopez, Chastity Robinson, Cinco Sandoval, and Catherine Clark. These 4 friends, they've had slight heart conditions, and so we just want to take a second to just recognize them as being superheroes of making it through their different situations that they've had to overcome.
I felt like super excited, and I just felt happy.
Here's Holly. This is my final chemo, and I'm really excited. I'm kind of done with being tired. I'm ready to be able to, have some energy and do some stuff. I just had a regular routine mammogram in November. The next thing I knew, we were getting biopsied, and it was cancer, and it was just like, holy moly, where'd this come from? I wanted to educate my friends, because none of my friends really had cancer or gone through chemo or anything, and it does seem really scary, and so I wanted them to know it is scary, yes, but just kind of what it is and what we do when we come here. Love you. It's kind of a nice fuzzy feeling to know that everybody's kind of on your team and everybody's pulling for you, and together we can do this for sure.
I had some teachers that gave me this Elf on the Shelf costume. I told them, sure, I'll wear it. Sit in my new sleigh. My reindeer's being lazy. My reindeer won't pull my sleigh. I know, right? Somebody's got to do it, though. It has antlers and a red nose. It's Rudolph. It's being lazy. It won't pull the sleigh.
The monkey do it.
Monkey's being lazy today, too.
Then you pull it.
I am pulling it.
What's up?
What's up? I thought I'd do it 1 or 2 days, but to see the response of the kids, it's just kind of kept going then. It's almost like they're hoping I'm out here and I don't want to let them down.
I just think it's a fantastic opportunity to expose them to the beauty of music.
They're antsy in their seats, and they're not sure of what's going to happen. When the maestro comes out and the orchestra starts playing, they are mesmerized.
It's so great to have the full orchestra together, to see the professionals playing, and for the students to see what they could aspire to do.
To see the arts come to life for them, even if they're not musically inclined, because it just helps their brain form in a different facet to help put things together.
Just seeing them light up and clap and laugh, and it's for a lot of them it's their first time to see a stage performance like that, and they've seen it on TV, but they don't know what it's like until they see it in person.
I was really just overwhelmed with how well it was done, the performance, the ballerina accompaniment.
So many of them are used to movies and media. I hope they will say, wow, this live performance is even better than television.